Welcome back to ESL Pro League. It's going to be map 2 for the evening. Cloud9 just destroyed NRG on that first map, 16-5. I knew Ryu at the desk was saying maybe this is like everything's in the right moment for NRG to be able to steal one. Didn't look like it at all.
No, they were like a road bump. You know, they got those like 5 out of 6 rounds or whatever.
Made it a little interesting.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
no.
Cloud9 had to slow down a little bit, but then after that they got back on the freeway.
Yep.
80 miles per hour. you probably, I feel like you probably drive like 110.
You think I'm a 110 driver?
Yeah.
Actually, I did rent a BMW yesterday to go driving through some of the mountains in LA. And later on at night, it has like a sport mode on it where it gets give you a little extra boost, a little extra power. It's pretty nice driving on the highway. When
Do you think Blue's ever gone over the speed limit?
No, Blue has an issue with respecting authority too much. I feel like Blue is like the guy who just like sets cruise control like 10 miles an hour under the speed limit.
I feel like he's probably the guy that calls the police if somebody's going over the speed limit.
He's like, yo, I feel like this guy just passed me. He's going 73.
Yeah.
Pull him over.
This is dangerous.
What did he say earlier?
He actually doesn't even drive on the freeway.
So Blue was not casting anything until 7 p.m. and he had to ask for authority to go get his gaming laptop so he could do some stuff here.
Well,
he was like,
do stuff, you mean play WoW.
Yeah, play WoW.
Yeah.
Please, can I go get my laptop? Is that okay with you?
Please, sir.
Well, we'll get this back on track in a second. It's going to be Train, which actually, I mean, when you think about Cloud9 and like their recent context, this has been a sick map for Cloud9.
Yeah, they're really good at it. It's one of those maps where, you know, like the Bears was talking about having smoke executes and stuff like that. Cloud9 probably not using that many of that.
No.
You know, a lot of the time they'll just like group up ladder, throw one flash, fly out with 3 people.
It does seem like someone just
get kills.
Yeah, someone just comes out ladder and just destroys everyone.
Yeah.
I actually one of the cool things of watching Cloud9, one of the rare teams that reminds me of Virtus Pro on this map with how aggressive their hit is towards that outer bomb site at times. So just an exciting team. I don't know what to expect out of NRG out of this map. It's a little bit worrying because I feel like this is a map.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen them play it.
I feel like this is a map where you need more than just like 1 or 2 players who can create something.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
And if they're just going to rely on these defaults into executes, I think they're just going to get stomped out of the server.
I think a lot of rounds on T side, especially on Train, I think more than most maps, comes down to one person getting like 3 or 4 kills. You know, like you'll watch SK play, they'll take inner. Either Fallen or Cold will be behind Pop, and they'll just end up winning the round for their team. You know, like maybe they go down 2 men, it's 3v4, they get 2 or 3 kills, you know, or maybe, you know, FNX or Taco Refer, they get pushed up and just get 3 kills. You know, it's I think it's one of those maps where more than any other map, that T-side player. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you think about how the map is laid out as well. If you have that player who comes out mid and perhaps just runs up towards Old Hell, gets 1 kill, and then he has that angle on like the entire bomb site, that wide angle that allows him to get so many more kills. So, I mean, even just you could start steamrolling, and if you continue that aggression, pushing down the lanes, I always think is very, very important, especially towards that inner site. If someone's able to push up and contain that choke point, so and Cloud9 especially is very good at that. They have that pistol round strat that we've seen them do pretty frequently, where they smoke Z from like T spawn area. And then the rest of the players all barrel and just push forward towards connector. So they're a pretty frightening team on this map. Especially then you add in, we haven't even gotten to Skadoodle with the AWP. This is one of the maps where I still think he's a pretty big force on. Yeah,
Ska's a beast on it. Map that really, you know, when you're CT side, a lot of the time you could just win rounds if you're an opera by just not dying.
Yeah.
Because, you know, even if they're trying to get the bomb down and stuff, maybe they go back into ladder, you're just alive in the back of a bomb, you just get kills. You know, it just shuts down so many areas. But we are waiting on one person. Who do you think this is going to be as I hit tab here?
I haven't looked at your computer screen. I am going to, once again, guess Jordan?
Yeah, it seems to be Jordan once again.
I actually, to be fair,
I would have never guessed that.
I'm all for throwing Jordan under the bus, but I did get word in my ear that he was having a computer issue. It's not just him being late.
Yeah, it's like somehow he's still late. After the first map, he's like there. He's still somehow
manages to be late. It's beautiful. We all love Jordan sometimes for that.
Sometimes, not in this scenario, but
yeah, just in general.
Yeah, no, Jordan's a good guy, man.
He is.
He's really like. I didn't know that he was just such a genuinely good guy. You know, I thought like when I first met him, I'm like, there's no way. I'm just like the skeptical guy.
So nice where you're like, this is fake.
I'm just like, I'm skeptical right now.
Something doesn't sit right.
Yeah, but he's genuinely just a really good guy.
Yeah, no, he absolutely is. He had that. I didn't see this video, but you know, when we were in Northern Arena, he recorded a video of some lady freaking out over like a meatball sub. Did you hear about this in like a subway? He like put it in one of his like Cloud9 vlogs. Like Cloud9 does Toronto. and he had this clip of this lady just like going nuts about not having. So the Subway didn't have meatballs for a meatball sub she wanted to order, and it's gone viral. It's been like on all the news shows around the world have like picked up that clip out of his vlog. It's the craziest thing.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, like Daily Mail has, I don't know, all the sites, all the good stuff.
We're not sponsored by Subway, are we?
No, I hope not. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No, just now it ended.
Oh. Because I don't know. I'm not a fan of Subway, man.
I'm a fan of Mountain Dew, though.
Oh,
Mountain
absolutely.
Dew is incredible.
And you know what goes great with Mountain Dew? Soylent. What? You never had that combo?
Never had that combo.
Mix them up together.
Oh,
delicious.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, Soylent is incredible as well.
Yeah.
Yep, back on track. So, where do we go from here?
We always talk about the Bears. The Bears is always funny.
Yeah, let's talk about the Bears. How do you like his segment, his Stromboli segment?
It was a thing of beauty.
It
Genius.
was. It was good.
Genius.
I feel
whenever I want to entertain myself, I just think of like, what would the Bears be saying? Like during the sponsor things and things like that, just what would the Bears be saying right now if he was placed in here?
I feel like that segment, like that first week we established the baseline. Oh, look at that stat.
Yeah, see 4-0 NRG. We haven't even seen him play it once. So
yeah, the next
question mark.
The next segment of Stromboli, I think this coming week, I think it's going to be like a once weekly thing. I think that's going to just be epic. I think he's about to just like snowball how awesome that segment is.
The more the Bears, the better. As we get live here, Moses.
Yes, the pissed around is live, and it is going to be automatic actually in a little bit of a lurking position out towards Ivy, playing it really safe, but the rest of Cloud9 is going to go towards Inner. Stewie is pretty much taken out of this fight. Down to 1 HP right off the bat. Tabson, I mean, no damage is even returned, so really good exchange for energy, although that one was less good. Tabson now brought down to 3, so pretty much equal across both teams at the moment, and this is so crazy. I mean, they're committing to just holding this. Yeah, both of these teams.
Yeah, they're constantly flashing over on that train, Gabi and Legia both.
It's a lot of utility. I mean, they've gotten themselves a good, I mean, it's an equal, it's 4-4, but Stewie's so low, Shroud's about half HP, so, I mean, a good exchange, but look at what this has done to the defense. There's 2 players, or I mean, there's 1 player for energy outside, and that's it.
Yeah, but Pete has really good positioning around ladder and whatnot, so, but the hit's coming towards Ivy, so I think he's probably going to call for an inner stack, and that could go against them here.
I don't know what this pistol round is designed to do for Cloud9. There's 2 players committed towards Inner. There's 2 players in Ivy still. 40 seconds left. I figured the bomb was going to fall back, and I mean this Ivy hit is so slow. I mean, obviously NRG can't notice this, so they can't take advantage of it. But I think this round is just going to be over.
Yeah, I thought they had bomb at Ivy actually. So I thought they had bomb at Ivy that whole time, so I am completely mistaken.
So the idea is it's planted on the side of the train so that they can now defend it at range, but this is risky for Cloud9, and we'll see if they can pull it off. Interesting pistol round. There goes the diffuser. It's down to a 1-on-1. Peter does have a kit, but automatic, he has so many different options. There's a nice goosh, and Peter's off the bomb, and automatic is just going to steal one away. This looked so bad for Cloud9 for so long, and somehow it just turns in their favor once that alley hit eventually comes to fruition. They slow played that, and that takes, I mean, that takes balls.
That takes guts just to send 2 people at Inner and have enough faith that they're going to get the bomb down. You know, just having that faith, that takes guts, especially when they basically stacked Inner because of Pete's positioning. So, I don't know, everything just working against NRG right now, it seems like. Everything, positionally, every way you think about that round, you should say, oh, NRG's gonna win this easily.
Yeah, it certainly looked like it for the entirety of that round until Cloud9 just somehow gets, you know, 2 to 3 critical kills right there at the end. So Falcon now still aggressive towards Inner, and actually blind, he dinks up Shroud down to 16, so early damage done, and now it's Stewie's turn. We know he likes to be aggressive. Molotov's out towards the bomb train to force away any stack. Nade towards Old Hell, doesn't do any damage to Gabi, but they're going to clear that, and they clear it vertically. What a nice moving stack they had with Stewie on top of the train, a couple players coming from lower, and now Stewie's just going to be able to hold this angle. Bomb's being planted, and now there's no way that NRG can win this round.
Yeah, Shroud saw that guy enter, said there's at least some presence here. They bulldozed outside. Energy was almost everybody was towards Inner except for I believe 1 player.
Oh, that's a nice flash and peek combo from Stewie with the Glock. He does eventually fall to Tabson, but he's got a couple kills on the round. And yeah, this is going to be over. So it is going to be 2-0 for Cloud9. But you can see kind of the thought. I mean, that's kind of cool from Cloud9 with how aggressive they are outside. They Molotov the bomb train, and then they don't even really pay any attention to it. They clear out the alleys on the left side of that outer bomb yard.
Yeah, and I think that's 3 pistol rounds in a row that Cloud9's won, right?
Yeah,
I think
they
won
have
both
all
on
three.
cash, right?
Yep.
So tough.
Not going to win many
to,
games if you're losing. If you're dropping that many pistol rounds.
Especially against a team that is better than yours. You know, let's be honest. Cloud9 is a better overall team than NRG.
Yep.
So you lose in the pistols. That's tough. That's tough. And NRG, we haven't seen much of what you know how they play train. So I'll see if they opt for like a double op setup. They have pretty decent economy.
I mean that double op setup is kind of what got them back into cash when they started using double op. It was
Peter was making plays.
Peter
was making plays.
So I mean, obviously maybe something they choose they want to go back to on this map. So Fugly's going to be the first person. He's got a MAC-10 and armor. And one pop flash could ruin his world. Is Cloud9 going to do it? Legia's brought so low, and nothing's not ready for that whatsoever. Fugly does get 1. So it's a 3-on-4. And Cloud9 doesn't have to commit here if they don't want to.
Yeah, Shroud creeping around that lower ramp, but NRG's almost full rotating. And this is what we're talking about. You get that guy at Pop Dog, especially with a player like Shroud, you know, going up against pistols and pumps and things like that. This is where he just kills everybody usually. Except for Tabson.
Except for Tabson with the 1D. Well, now he's got the AK. Legia's low.
Oh, no, Scott killed him, actually. Or he killed Scott, actually. That wasn't on Shroud.
Yeah, I mean, Shroud's still going to get a chance here. Oh, and he does. Gets 1, and now just playing it safe. Just going to chill. Legia, I mean, he's not going to get out of this one alive, so we'll see what they bring into the next round, but 3 pretty quick rounds for Cloud9. This one, they take an unfortunate amount of damage. 3 players fall. I know they had a couple SMGs, but I think they lost 1 AK-47, so pretty decent damage done to the T economy, all things considered from NRG, and they don't open with the double up, but Peter is going to have his.
You know what I want to see, man?
What's that?
I want to see some auto snipers.
Yeah?
I seriously think that's one of the best ways to stop like a team like Cloud9. No joke. If they're going to play train, like where they don't use that many smokes and they go out like ladder smokes and things like that, auto snipers could just wreck them. So it's 2 shots a pop. You know, usually kill them before they even get a bullet off. You're almost guaranteed like 2 kills if they come down ladder. As Cloud9 looks like they're doing a fast out of here.
Well, here's Automatic. He gets that angle, and he can't get any more. I mean, he had the bomb, so it's already at the bomb train. They just need to work on clearing out the rest of this defense, and Stewie's helping out with that. Peter's down. Nothing going to be aggressive, but Skadoodle finds a kill. They've been whittled down, and Tabson, as the smoke clears, gets 1, but it's into Fugly on 2. Shroud and Skadoodle he has to go against, and he's on the bomb train. He pushes through that smoke that comes up in connector late, but look at how passive Cloud9's playing this. Skadoodle does spot him out, and it seemed like that was going to allow him to just kind of play it passively, but he dies. Shroud's there for the cleanup, and again, we talked about this on Cash. This is now, you know, those 2 impact rounds, the pistol round and now the 4th round, both go Cloud9's way, just as they did T-side on Cash. And if Automatic is going to be able to do that advanced in this train yard and be able to just get, even though it's just 1 kill, that's a critical kill to find.
Yeah, it was there, and another critical kill was pushing through the hell lane.
Yep.
I think it was Stewie. I don't think he had any resistance. Came there and got a kill on somebody blind. So when you can get those 2 kills, you dwindle the numbers down on that T-side train yard, it becomes increasingly T-sided.
Yeah, especially because once those 2 players fall, even if there's still someone on the bomb train, they have to be so passive. There's so many angles they can get killed from. They can't really peek. They can't really be effective. So nice job for Cloud9, and still just hanging out back in T-mid, getting some early damage, but not committing anywhere. And they're not really in danger either, so they're just trying to see what this defensive setup is going to be like.
Beautiful smoke by Jordan. Hits a wall, falls back into T-spawn.
He's having a rough game with some of these nades, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well,
the molly.
Yeah, they're trying to extinguish it. I think NRG knows that Automatic's here. Well, Tabson, that's easy work.
Yeah, that was a nice shot by him. Seems like his Deagle's on point today, man. Train's one of those maps where there's so many Deagle.
Yeah. There's just a lot of good Deagle players recently. Like the Deagle seemed to really come back into style, a few months back, and now there's just so many players that you feel like can just get consistently get those 1Ds to help you out in some of these rounds.
It's that huge X factor, man. Like, so you have someone like Nico, he could have a Deagle with 4 USP surrounding him, and he could still win around.
I feel like the one Deke headshot is like the most iconic of Counter-Strike kills.
Yeah, it is. So look for Valve to change that next.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
I remember, like, a couple years ago, they changed the deagle and it did like 90 damage to a late
Yeah,
shot.
I remember that update was sick.
That?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
You could actually, especially on train, you could actually play an entire half just with the deagle and win.
That was something.
That was something.
Yeah, Cloud9 off to another great start. Now they bust out the double op here. Pete and Tapson.
Interesting that it was Legia on Cash and it's Tapson here.
Yeah, I think they kind of just get that double up by committee, whoever's feeling it, which I think is fine. I think it's fine.
That's the question I was going to ask. And I know Optic does something similar where it seems like sometimes NAF has like his maps where his maps in his half. Are you cool with that as well?
I don't even think you should do it by map. Like, I think if you have money on city side and you think you could just like get a kill if you're opping, just do it. Like if you're like, yeah, I could just op this guy and make it 4v5, just do it. Ask for the op even. You know, for that second off, even if somebody else has it.
No matter who it is, you're good with it.
No matter who.
Fugly, good double kill.
I mean, as long as they're not like,
yeah,
you know, just completely awful with it.
Yeah, I mean that
seems like Fugly is just having a lot of like every single time he's gotten early aggression, he's gotten the kills.
Even on Cash.
Yeah, on Cash. Yep. And now we're seeing it on Train, so it's translating.
Well, and it's definitely tempered Cloud9. I mean, no aggression whatsoever out of them. Stewie and Shroud are down, so Stewie, a huge playmaker for this team. So who's next? Because the bomb is all alone, so you don't really know if you want Automatic to be the next one to make contacts. It's going to depend. Skadoodle and Nothing are still so far away, and I think they're actually going to be heading in towards team mid. So maybe trying to do a little bit of a fake here, see if they can have some success at the outer yard that will pull some of the rotation away, at least allow a plant for Automatic.
Yeah, and every time Cloud9 is in this situation, you know, we're always thinking they're just going to lose it, and they seem to do something crazy. But Fugly with a great angle on top of the oil train. Back Cloud, killing him. Jordan going outside, getting one kill towards Z. Godby knows exactly where he is.
Nade, that's going to do it. You never know with nades, but that one works out. And Skadoodle, the best thing he can do here is some economic damage. Yeah, just get like 1 or 2 more kills would be ideal. But I mean, even if it's just 1, just do something to chip away at some of that money because it's not strong. And that would put, I mean, even just 1 or 2 more kills if they have to drop some. Oh, what a jump! And the no-scope like a shotgun. And the time runs out, but he's going to keep his gun. There's no danger, and obviously NRG without money doesn't want to chase that down. So good round from Ska. Yeah, that's not bad.
Wow.
Some of that old Ska flair.
Yeah, that was, he really wanted to kill one more. He really wanted to kill one more. I think he was listening to you there.
Yeah.
But that was pretty sick by him. Cloud9, even though they won those first 5, their economy is at a point where if they lose this round, they're probably going to be on Nico. Same with NRG, so this round's extremely critical here. We're talking about impact rounds, the map before. This is definitely one of them.
Yeah, and Fugly again was starting to get aggressive up that ramp, but I think he was forced away. I'm not sure by what, if it was a flash or just if he just decided to fall back on his own. There's Tapson going for the mid-air shot. It doesn't work. Skadoodle's got the angle now, so you can see it in the X-ray. He's just waiting for that repeat. I don't think Tapson necessarily wants to do that whatsoever. Flashbang. Fugly is still just playing with fire here, and he wants to continue getting aggressive, and that might be too much.
Yeah, so far, no mid-round aggression has worked for NRG, right?
Yeah.
Going back into Cash, only that very, very early initial fights. But as soon as Cloud9 has even just a little bit of time, it has never worked for NRG.
Well, and now with that 1 death, I mean, you can see there's got to be some kind of a gamble, and this is going to spread the defense out because Legia's got to cheat a little bit closer towards Connector, which can weaken that outer defense.
Yeah,
and he's going to have to make a decision. Yeah,
they went into a default here, Cloud9. Their whole goal was just to get Jordan pushed up towards Ivy so that he could actually do something here and throw his nades, and now they're going to go, looks like they're going towards an inner fake to outer, or maybe just going towards inside.
There's, I mean, Automatic has a flashbang. That should be a pop flash around that corner with a man advantage, but either way, Stewie dies and Godby now allowed to live. He's going to be able to just destroy this attack. So good positioning at the upper corner at the off angle. The bomb is going to get planted, but like you said, I mean, this is very, very critical to just straight up win this round for NRG. This would force the reset even with that plant on Cloud9, and as well, I mean, they have 4 players alive, so this would be huge to establish the money they have for the rest of this half if they can survive with all 4 members, and they will. Godby with a triple kill to clean it out.
Yeah, big round by Godby there. Cloud9, I think Jordan probably went a little bit too early there at enter. Ska was very far back with the bomb. Yeah. Kind of made them rush things a bit. I think if they waited a few more seconds for Jordan to throw that fake at Ivy, probably would have been a bit better. But now Cloud9 is saving, just Tech9, a few smokes.
And yeah, this is, I mean, they bust out. I know Stewie particularly at Northern Arena had a sick round with the Deagle on a round just like this.
Oh, his Deagle's nuts, man.
Yeah, so he has the Deagle, or I mean, he has the Tech 9 this time, so no chance of that happening. But I like what they're doing. I like that they have 5 smokes. I like that they have plenty of flashbangs to swarm forward with these Tech 9. So it's going to come down a lot. If NRG can get a couple kills early on, like the first 2 kills of Cloud9 that comes out, that'll be huge to stem the aggression that's going to be possible. Stewie, he's just going to continue forward. He's actually dinked Fugly down to 4 HP. This smoke slows him down, but Stewie, he's going to come right through. There's the flashbang we were looking for in the last round, and he can't hit it. He finally takes Fugly out. So another round with a 5-on-4 advantage, Cloud9, and they still have all their utility. That's the next big thing.
Yeah, I don't even think that they thought that Cloud9 would be on a save this early.
Yeah.
Judging by their setup. Figure they probably think they're buying here, but Stewie making a huge play, and now they're ready to go outside right now. Probably going to be 5 smokes. Most likely they'll at least get the bomb down based on NRG's positioning.
The scary thing is
Tabson's in a scary spot.
I was just about to bring that up with the AWP as well. If he does not get that first kill, he's probably dead. And Gabi's there to support him, but this defense can get swarmed, and he misses the first kill, and he's going to get the second one, but he's got nowhere to go after that until Gabi bails him out. Great support from Gabi, and then Tabson is allowed the time to kind of reset. Stewie is still alive though, so you got to be a little bit afraid if you're NRG. He hasn't been able to salvage a gun, and it's 2 ops, so it's going to come down to a lot of timing for Stewie. And he's fortunate this time as Tabson gets behind the train, but now he spotted him out.
Yeah, that was a great smoke by Gabi as Stewie tries to work some magic in this 2v1 as he sees Peter, almost kills him in the back, but Tabson's able to hit a nice flick there. We saw Gabi throw a perfectly timed counter smoke into the ladder, which really just helped him get those 2 kills before he died because he didn't have to worry about it so much.
Yeah, I mean, he could just focus the other direction, right? So, I mean, that smoke does a big job, and if he doesn't get those kills, this round's probably over because Tabson was going to fall there.
Yeah, I think he was too. So Gabi did a really good job supporting his teammate, and that's twice. I would say, I mean, they might. I think he saved that round, and he saved that round towards Inner as well during that 4v5. So Gabi doing a good job of, you know, instilling that faith in his team that they could pull this one out.
You love that.
Dude, I think that's such an awesome name. That is awesome.
Well, yeah, I mean, huge impact from him so far in this match. And now this reminds me of that pistol round that I was talking about that Cloud9 likes to run with Jordan way back towards T-spawn. Seems like he's going to be in a position to perhaps throw that smoke.
But a Jordan smoke is never.
He's had a rough day.
It's never 100%. You know.
Can you rely on it? Well, flash is over. It's not going to be the pistol round tactic they like to run towards Inner. It's going to be outside, and Gabi just gets annihilated by Automatic. Even Stewie pushing forward. This defense was so passive that there's a lot of respect given to Cloud9, and Stewie and Automatic pinch onto that bomb site so well. Tabson is still alive at Old Hell. But he's got an AWP, and there's smoke all over the place. So this might be a round that NRG tries to bow out of. Certainly Fugly now, his only real option is to try and save this gun, but that's not even going to happen. So what a round from Stewie with 3 kills. The aggression from him and Automatic seal this round for Cloud9.
And it wasn't even very poorly played or anything. I believe Legia and Gabi threw Molotovs right where C9 was coming, but it just had no effect. They couldn't shoot. They couldn't get any bullets off, man. They got like 5 bullets off.
Yeah, I mean, just coming through the smoke, Gabi gets entirely surprised, so it's just, what are you going to do? Yeah, and that's the other thing. When you throw those Molotovs, you're like, all right, so I've got the Molotov down. Surely no one will come from this angle.
But nope, still, they're flying at you. Fugly pushing towards Inner, Shroud. He probably didn't even have another hand on the keyboard there. I think he just had it on his mouse because he didn't move at all.
He's been so aggressive towards this Inner side this entire half.
Shroud's stats though are insane. Remember we were looking at that?
Yeah.
For ESL, he's like plus like 150 or something like that.
That's not
in
bad.
their 18 matches.
Yeah. Smurfing, I believe they call it.
Yeah. So Cloud9 slowing it down after that 4v5. Looks like it's definitely going to be towards inside. A lot of smokes, Molotovs, flashes. And NRG is not set up well at all to deal with this. They actually still have 2 players towards Ivy, so deep Ivy at that.
Yeah, I mean, the best that they can really hope for, especially with just pistols, is once again, get those 2 to 3 kills on this round. If nothing watching the flank, though, he's going to try and prevent that from happening. And Gabi's the only one here towards the center site, so he can't really get anything done. It would be great if they could get away with an AK-47. I just don't, with their positioning on the map, I don't see how it's going to be possible, because Cloud9 is doing a fantastic job of using these AK-47s for the range. That gives them the advantage in every fight.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty clean here. Jordan killing taps on the flank, and now Pete all alone in CT spawn with his P250 Asimov. I didn't even know.
Just an underdog story.
Yeah, just an underdog story. And Pete's actually 1-7.
Yeah, that's not great. And look, he has 2-9, so
no, it's not great.
It's not great at all.
It's not
that
great,
mind Bears moment?
Yeah. You know, sometimes you just gotta op them. You gotta shoot above the legs. Then you'll get the kill, Moses.
Well, tough times. And Fugly, again, looks like he wants to be aggressive up that lower ramp, but maybe he's been punished enough. It's actually going to be Tabson who's aggressive out towards Ivy all on his lonesome. Scoodle's watching for that. Smoke plumes. Let's see how they want to play behind it. Everyone from NRG is getting very, very close up to these choke points. Look at this like 3-man triangle that they have over towards the bomb train outside that was like pushing up towards T mid.
Yeah, everybody getting aggro. Pete's aggro, he was looking at the flank. Gabi was close middle. Tabson's aggro Ivy. Legia is just trying to back people up with an ump. So not wanting to let Cloud9 just throw a pop flash over and run out, you know, trying to take the battle a little bit earlier.
I like this slower pace from Cloud9 though in this round, especially just because look at the utility of NRG. It's pretty much gone. They just used their last smoke just a couple seconds ago. They have one Molotov to really narrow off and block off some of these choke points. After that, Cloud9 is going to have their run of this outer bomb site.
Yeah, but Pete is in a good position at that red train. He gets smoked out, moves the sandwich, and he could do work this round if he hits his shots.
Well, he's stuck now, and he did miss his first one. There it is. There's the flick over. He's doubled his kill count. He pushes forward for more. He finds it and the no-scope. That's the Peter we want to see show up, and he's successfully held off this attack. Cloud9, they don't make any progress this time, so really, really nice defense from Peter.
Yeah, those were just some great shots, man. Whenever you're around that train, or any train, and like Sandwich or Hell or anything like that, it's actually pretty easy to kill the players when they're on the floor.
Yeah.
The difficult part is when they get on top of the trains and you don't have teammates watching that and backing you up. That's when you almost always die. But Pete will probably win that and get 2 to 3 kills there most rounds.
I mean, it was cool how I like that he. Ooh, we have an again button.
One thing that really would counter him, obviously, you could throw a Molotov there. As Stewie gets the Negev. I think we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier as well. I just like that how he got aggressive behind that train. He gets that first kill, then he gets aggressive on the other side, and then he can turn around. So really using the train to make sure he's safe from one angle. It's Automatic who's going to try and lead the way. He's got Peter blind, and Peter's got to concede that. He doesn't go for the re-peek. And wisely, Automatic himself slows down the aggression. This is all a ruse, though. Actually comes right through the smoke, and he finds Tabs and transfers over. Can't get that kill, but the distraction is done. Heading towards the inner site, Stewie with the Kev has been dinked. And, I mean, the bomb's going to get planted. Now everyone's on the rotation. Very little utility to use. And Shroud still has a Molotov. There goes the Negev. There goes nothing. So Cloud9, Skadoodle's got to be the man at this bomb train. And he is so far. 2 kills for him. That makes it doable. Shroud gets aggressive and isolates into a one-on-one.
Still has the Molotov, though.
Yeah, and he's just got to be very careful. He knows it's Peter. He knows it's the Opper. So you can see it's almost like he hit tab and sees it's Peter alive, and he just falls back. Peter's going to go chasing for this, though. And I don't think he's going to find him. Shroud hears these footsteps, and there it is. Well played from Shroud.
Yeah, and Peter was forced to get aggro there because the smoke actually missed on the bomb. They bounced it off the wall, and it just hit, you know, down towards that spindle instead of getting on the bomb itself, allowing Shroud to even throw that Molotov and be effective with it. So Pete was forced to go aggro there, and just easy for a guy like Shroud at that point.
Just easy. Yeah, that was, I mean, just well played. I just like that it just seems so funny to me when it looked like he wanted to re-peek that upper ramp for a second, and then he hits tab. He's like, oh, it's Peter. The op. Don't do that.
Yeah, but the reason he was even able to be in that situation to succeed there is because of Scott on the bomb trend.
Yep.
Him getting those 2 kills, there was a guy flanking him at oil. He looked at the correct spot to get that kill beforehand at Legia pushing the pop dog, was able to get those 2 absolutely critical frags. And that even allowed it for Shroud.
That's like one of the strengths of Scott as an opper is he's so good at having to, like, you know, re-aim at completely, like, a whole other angle. He's so good when, you know, he just has to spin, basically. They're not all going to be coming from the same angle. He's just very, very good in those situations for whatever reason.
So the thing about him is when he's in a situation where they could be coming at 3 different angles, it seems like he always picks right at the angle to look like, to look at, you know? Like, they could be coming from his left, in front of him, to his right, and he'll always know, like, oh, they're going to come from the left first. And then I look to my right, you know? And,
yeah.
And he's really good at that. So NRG looking, it's very similar to Cash so far, man. Like, that very first half, they you know, like that road bump, and then Cloud9 got over that, and they're really looking good here.
Yeah, they're starting to really run away with this one. Another basically save out of the NRG side for the last round of the half. They're just saying, let's get our 5. And I mean, even Legia missing that shot straight down on Stewie does not bode well. Finally, he's cleaned out. It's a 2-on-3. And actually, this P250's doing some work. There goes Fugly. That flank was kind of the last hope for actually winning the round, though. And there's just too much for Tapson to deal with. But it's all for this last round. NRG trying to get up towards 5. To give themselves some kind of breathing room before they transition into what should be the harder side, which doesn't bode well.
And it was 5-10 after the first half on Cash as well. So we'll see if we have a repeat of that.
Deja vu.
Yeah. Cloud9 right now, you know, frags are looking pretty even. You know, 10, 15, 9, I think 12 and 9. So nobody doing like too crazy. Stewie, obviously, pretty sure he's the one with 15, but looks like they're doing outer smokes yet again. 2 towards Ivy this round.
Oh, Tapson couldn't pick which one to aim at, and he gets dropped. They both jump right over his crosshair. Peter responds, and at least, I mean, he neutralizes that aggression from Automatic, who's been so successful with it throughout this half. They've still got more work to do, though, and this Ivy push has slowed down, but it's still coming. It's like that horror movie. The bad guy is just constantly walking slowly towards you, and Gabi has a nade in his hands. So that's a good find, and now Cloud9 can circle in onto the bomb site. The op misses, but NRG stabilizing for now with these M4. It's a 2-on-3, and Skadoodle is close up with his op. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do this one. He misses that flick, and Peter punishes him for it, so 5-10.
5-10, huge emphasis on this pistol round.
Yeah. As
we go into the second half.
Yeah, that pester round is going to be absolutely massive, and NRG again with a big deficit at 5-10. We'll see if they can make a comeback happen. Peter's got to get started. We saw some glimpses, but find out if he'll be able to carry NRG forward when we return.
He's gonna get the one kill in that bomb coming onto the side. FNX has to stay up. He gets the triple FNX! Oh my god, what a way to win that round! They don't have a smoke, so this orb is still. Oh, look at that!
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Soylent, Xfinity, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, The Score Esports, Mountain Dew, and ESEA.
Welcome back to ESL Pro League. Cloud9 once again hit that little bit of a, we're calling it a speed bump, I guess. That is NRG at the moment in that first half where there was a small run, a small glimmer of hope for NRG, but quickly Cloud9 re-accelerated, and it's a big first half lead now. And now they're on the CT side, which is supposed to be much easier, supposed to be much more difficult for NRG to make this comeback on the T side.
Yeah, NRG has a long road.
Yeah, we'll continue the driving metaphors.
Yeah, a big mountain to climb. Moving to a different one.
Yep.
As we are going live here.
Yeah, this is going to be so tough, and it all starts again with the pistol round. We mentioned it in the first half. NRG has not won a pistol round in these two maps yet, so this is the fourth and final opportunity they have to get that pistol round, and it would be huge to at least give them some kind of glimmer of hope to start this half out.
Yeah, 2 smokes for them, 4 flashbangs, so they have some options here and some utility, as they have 3 towards T mid. I believe one's probably going to get down ladder.
Yeah, it's looking like, I mean, he's just going to throw that smoke and maybe just drop down delayed, maybe for a lurk. 3 are going to come out T mid right now, and nothing spots, I think, all 3 on top of that train. Automatics boosted up, misses the first one, gets the second, and now there's one close up to him. But actually there, he's forced down off of his perch, but nothing is still doing work outside. Shroud is alive, keeping people distracted. They cannot take down anyone from the Cloud9 side. I'm not sure how everyone is still alive. but they're just systematically eliminating this NRG attack, and no one falls for Cloud9.
Yeah, so not a single pistol one for NRG in these 2 maps. 0 for 4.
So that's a small percentage.
Yeah, Tim staying alive there. Jordan getting top green at the perfect time. But he played that really, really well.
Yeah, especially because he was the initial one that NRG spotted. They knew he was there the whole time, so really good job. I'm just so amazed that NRG advanced that far without being able to kill anyone from Cloud9.
Yeah, Cloud9 was in a pretty passive setup, but they made it work. They made it work. They all got their kills. NRG all pushed towards the site, try to get that bomb down, and didn't work out too well for him.
Tabson with this deagle again.
Tabson's deagle has been working out for him.
It has been so nice.
On Shroud, too.
Well, Stewie has that shotgun, and he's going to be able to get away just narrowly. Tosses out that nade. Tabson's brought down low to 23 in that exchange with his deagle, but I mean, this is what, at least there's some utility this time, because you talked about this on Cash as well. Even when you get that deagle, like, there's still so much work to do, even if you get that initial kill. And now Tabson has fallen again.
Beautiful shot by Jordan there. Scout headshotting him, jumping in the air.
Ooh, he's even going to tag up
as well.
I mean, the Scout, you could just be so mobile with it. It's just got to be, it's so tough to deal with that in these kind of scenarios. And now he's using the smoke perfectly, almost go one way, and he's done so much damage. He's gotten 2 kills, but he's tagged up 2 players beyond that.
Oh my God.
All right, Jordan. Now he's just styling out.
They didn't change it yet, huh? They're changing to the jump scout?
I think that I saw the notes for the jumping inaccuracy that they changed.
Yeah, but did the patch go live yet?
I'm not sure.
Because it didn't look like he was shooting at the top of his jump there, at the apex. It looked like it was just how it normally is when you counter-strafe.
No, DJ tells us the patch has not gone live yet.
No? Okay.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
All is right in the world again. Well, not really. Jordan, that's just disgusting. What
Yeah,
he's
that
able
was
to do.
dirty, man. Those were some really nice shots. And you usually don't look at him and see him scout very often.
Yeah. He definitely does not strike you as a scouter, does he?
No. He actually, he used to op and whatnot a lot in 1.6.
I feel like he used to do like everything in 1.6. He's just one of those players.
But in Go, he hasn't opt or used any scope weapons too much, but still has it in him.
Well,
Glocks for NRG. And Shroud getting glocked by Tabson.
He only had a pistol of his own, so, I mean, we'll let it be. That's a nice shot from Scoodle. There's the jumping scout, because why not? And then he clotheslines Legia. So a pretty cool sequence from Cloud9. It just feels like Cloud9 is like, they're just dying so they can allow their teammates to have some kind of cool highlight.
Yeah.
That was pretty, I like that sequence.
It's almost like the Gladiator strategy, huh?
Gladiator was such a fun game. Did you ever play that?
Well, in Counter-Strike, it's where like, you just go one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See who can get the most kills.
Yeah. So right now, very important round for NRG. If they want to put up some sort of a fight, they need to win this one, obviously.
Ooh, this Stewie with the shotgun, and he gets caught off guard. He still might win this. Legia having a tough time, and of course Stewie goes for more. At that situation, he's probably saying, there's no chance I make it out alive anyways. Might as well go for another kill. But even to get Legia there is pretty nice.
Yeah, I hate when I die like that, man. When I die in a situation where I get a kill, and then I try to run away, and I die running away, and I'm like, why did I not just fight, man?
Yep.
So Stewie doesn't make that mistake.
I mean, there's the whole, like, what, fight or flight thing? I don't think Stewie has a flight.
No.
I think he just...
Unless it's flying through smoke.
Flying through smokes at people, whatever it might be, his own pop flash.
But it's different, right? It's flying, but to fight someone.
Yeah, flying. Yeah, he's got fight or fly to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
We figured Stewie out.
3 towards Ivy. Tabson taking the lead. Really poorly placed smoke by them. And Shroud playing the back lanes.
Well, a follow-up smoke, and Godby gets 1 kill towards Team Mid, and actually Shroud, I mean, he knows his team. Oh, Peter, nice reaction. So, I mean, unlike on Cash, NRG is going to win this first gun round of the half. I don't even think Skiddle goes for this. I imagine he's just going to want to save this AWP for the next round. So, yeah, not bad from NRG. I mean,
good job by them. I mean, can't count them out yet.
Can't count them out yet.
You know?
What are the chances here, do you think? There's a lot of rounds that they have to cover on the T side.
Slim. All right, I have a question for you then.
All right.
Assuming, the painting on the walls or whatever is here for NRG to probably lose this.
Okay.
Who's going to get more rounds in their 2 maps? NRG
Or
versus
Splice.
Cloud9 or Splice versus SK?
Let's see. That is actually a pretty tough question. I think I would have. I think I would actually go with NRG on this one.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, what? Let's say they'll get. I mean, they got 5 on the first map. Let's say they'll get like 15 total. I don't think that Splice is going to put 15 on SK across 2 maps. You never know though. SK has been a little bit shaky.
I'm going with my boys on Splice, man.
You're a big Davey fan.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
Well, another round that NRG is going to have to get through with a bye on Cloud9. The Scout is back in action, and he's going to be going against Peter with the AWP, and neither of them connect to the shot, and I think Shroud just gives up that angle entirely now.
tabseN's getting very aggressive. He knows it's a Scout. He knows he's probably not going to re-peek him, and if he does, he's going to die. Peeks up, kills Shroud there. Tim moving towards the back lanes, and it looks like tabseN's going to try to aggress on the back lanes here. At least he throws a smoke so that he has the option to.
That was a rare sequence of like inactivity from Cloud9. 3 players on bomb train and no one transitioned to help Shroud, and actually automatic. I mean, tabseN's just being a beast now over there.
Yeah, tabseN is just dominating Ivy right now. And you're absolutely right. As soon as Shroud took that shot, nobody made any positioning to help him or anything.
Right.
They completely trusted him there with a Scout, and tabseN took absolute advantage.
Yeah, good play from tabseN. I mean, he is one of the 2 players that we really identify in this team as like he's the one who creates something. He's I guess the playmaker is what we can call it, where he's the one that's doing the things that allow his teammates to be successful. So he's got 3 now in this round, and he's barely been touched. He's down at 88 HP. So another round firmly in the favor of NRG, as Cloud9 seem to have dropped the ball in these past 2 rounds.
Yeah, I can't say I've been. I feel bad now because like I mean obviously I don't really care who wins too much, you know, but as soon as we made, you know, like I picked Splice to get more rounds, now I'm like, come on, NRG, tax him. Why are you getting these kills?
Yeah, please stop doing this to me.
You're making me look like an idiot.
I think Cloud9's going to be able to save after this as well, so they've done it. Stewie basically just wants to try and save this M4. So yeah, they're going to have to. This is double save territory.
Yeah, and so far tabseN doing a great job at Ivy. Getting constant kills, making things happen. As you said, the playmaker for NRG. Usually we assume it's going to be Pete, man.
It's one of the 2 of them, and I just feel like with the kind of style that NRG likes to run, this like very like default and tactic heavy, I think on a map like Train, I don't think the Opper is really going to be that aggressive playmaker too much. I think he's more for like during the execution. I think if they want to just do something freewheeling, it's got to be tabseN with the AK.
Yeah, I agree. I think Train. You know, you think of Train, you think like a heavy op map, but a lot of the time I think of Train as like, you let the rifles go first, and then you get the Opper in a 3v3, and then the op shines really well, you know, not necessarily opening rounds up too much.
Well, I mean, just look at this peek from Peter. I mean, if he goes any wider, it goes from like maybe 2 angles he can get aggressive on here to like 5 if he goes wider, like very quickly, and actually missing that shot. Stewie can do more, but he pulls a nade out. Automatic is there for the support though, and actually tabseN completely blind. Automatic can't recover in time though. That's unfortunate. You could almost see him pulling Cloud9 back into this round. But Cloud9 now, they just have to delay. Shroud and Skadoodle, they just need to buy time because nothing is on the flank, and if he can do some damage, I don't think Skadoodle's going to be aware they're wrapping around bomb train, or maybe he is. As soon as I say that, he does the perfect move, but I'm not quite sure it's going to matter. Pushing towards T-mid, there's tabseN, and he gets dinked up immediately. Skadoodle wins that fight, and nothing bails out up the ladder. This would be such a sick play from nothing if he comes back in her and just catches him off guard.
Yeah, it looks like he's thinking about it, but he's not sure what to do. He does go towards inner, and he has an M4.
Oh my god, he's going to find a one-on-one. What is Legia doing? Legia's not covering anything whatsoever. The timing of him looking towards lower ramp was not there. So nothing all of a sudden. I mean, what a smart cerebral play from Jordan. And now he's on bomb train, and that's... Oh, he spotted, and he's going to stop him. He does do a lot of damage. 41 HP in this one-on-one. There's 30 seconds, so like he's going to get this bomb planted as soon as possible so that he has time to relocate anywhere he wants.
Yeah, now this becomes pretty difficult for Jordan, but Legia does not have the timing down at all. Doesn't think Jordan can get down the ladder in that, you know, that quickly. Finds a kit as well, and
what an outplay from Jordan.
Yeah, he played that really well. And if you notice, one thing that I really liked from what he did is when he was at inner there, after he got that first kill, he went straight to the back of bomb, which is a headshot angle.
Yep.
So the fact he doesn't have armor doesn't matter. You know, I know he didn't kill Legia when he went towards Z, but had Legia shot at him, it's even. Just because he has armor, it doesn't matter since he's at a headshot angle.
Yeah, I mean, this is sick. I think it's just a little bit unfortunate for Legia because he was trying to look towards lower ramp for some time. It's this that's a little. I mean, he's trying to relocate to Old Hell, it looked like, but that's like away from where he planted the bomb. So I don't even know if that was necessarily the smartest place to go to. And Jordan just being very aggressive in how he's moving around the map, finds him and catches him out in the open.
Yeah, and then NRG, you know, losing both pistols, losing an an anti-eco round, making things real tough on them.
And now they have to deal with a 3-man stack from Cloud9. Shroud is going to be on top of his teammate. Taps him. It looks like he wants to. I mean, it looked like he wanted to clear it, but he didn't. And then Peter misses a shot. So two kills from Shroud. That I mean, he made it look easy.
Well, hey, they said you're going to work Ivy. You're abusing me a little bit. And now we're just going to put 3 people there, and for some reason I'm going to kill you both without any help.
We only needed one.
Yeah.
And even Fugly blinded. Automatic doesn't choose to push through that, but oh, this is going to be a tough angle. Fugly tries to cross over thinking it's safe. I think Automatic's just going to be able to get an easy kill.
That's super sneaky, man. When you're a T and they throw a smoke at Ivy and you think it's all smoked, but they leave a tiny gap, it's really intelligent.
It's a real dick move to do that, actually. Of all the things you could do, that's got to be the coolest.
Yeah. Back what we were talking about before, though, is this round kind of goes slow here as Fugly pushes through a smoke and somehow catches Tim off guard and gets that kill, but not able to take out Shroud then.
Yeah, and now just down to 2. Legia and Gabi coming out T-mid, coming out ladder, and all 4 players of Cloud9 are here. So this is better be some stunning shots from these 2 players. They have both their smokes, but they really don't have the space to use them quite yet because there's so many players from Cloud9 who can be aggressive. Now the Molotov's going to come out. That's for nothing on Bomb Train. It lands right at his feet, but Stewie gets the kill. Allows nothing to relocate, and Gabi at range is going to find Stewie, but he's got Skadoodle wrapping around. He misses that shot as well, and Gabi just so many different. I mean, the way Cloud9 juggles aggression there, Gabi had just so many players to aim at.
Yeah, that was almost an impossible task for Gabi, even though I did have some faith. But what we were talking about earlier with the ops, right? So on train, like, think about where you can get picks. You can get certain picks on the plank and middle. Sometimes you could jump down lower ramp, maybe get a kill. Obviously, you could counter aggression and maybe Ivy, but you know your options are pretty limited.
Yeah.
As far as being aggressive,
especially on the T side.
Yeah, that's what I mean on the T side. So I do think it's much more suited on train to hold the post plants and 3v3s like that. That's where you could really rack up some frags.
Yeah, I mean, especially like when you think, I mean that op maybe not even necessarily used for getting kills, but mostly just eliminating angles that your riflers don't have to worry about. Just holding the one side of a train and saying, absolutely, I got this. And Fugly's got nothing. That's down into a 4-on-4, and he's going to continue that work. So some of these deep smokes working out as this more passive setup out of Cloud9. Stewie is in an awkward situation, but he's going to handle it very well. And NRG's got to bail out of this inner bomb site. It seemed like that's where they wanted to end up, but they're not winning anything there. Fugly is winning everything outside. He's got 3 kills, all 3 kills that NRG has in the round, and now it's down into a 2-on-2.
Yeah, and they should be able to get the plant here. Pete's planning for Fugly at E-Box. And if Pete gets in a good spot here, this is a really tough retake for Cloud9.
But here, I mean, here's what it's that principle we're talking about with the ops. Skadoodle just holding the angle, not even being aggressive, and he's just, now he's got to move forward as the time gets low. And oh, Peter turns around at the right moment, but good trade from Stewie. He's got a flashbang and a kit, and it's all on Fugly. He started the round with 3 kills. He's got to end it with his 4th. Tapping the bomb, and Stewie, he's waiting for the peek, and he spots the elbow. Now he's going to get aggressive, and he's using the pistol so he can just run around. And he almost does it. Fugly's down towards 18, but what a Herculean effort from him to get the 8th round for NRG.
Yeah, great shot by Fugly on that last kill on Stewie when he was jumping there. And now Cloud9, not much money, but they are at 15-8, so should be a save here. One thing that impressed me, though, man, like watching Stewie at inner there, and especially we saw it at quad as well at cash. Yeah. Like, as soon as he's going to be open to a spot, he's so good at positioning himself, so he just takes the one-on-one battle like he talked about.
It's his
awareness.
It's really, really good at how he does that. And, I mean, Train's just another really good map for it as well with all these different, I mean, with all the train cars, obviously.
Yeah, it's really good how he does that, huh? The Bears, huh? You know, sometimes
the way he shoots the op above the legs is pretty impressive. Back onto pistols for Cloud9. The Deagle in Shroud's hands. Skadoodle has one as well. 3 flashbangs, and Automatic and Stewie each with 3 flashbangs. So you imagine this would be for some kind of aggression when they feel pressure, when some kind of an execute comes out, they'll be able to counter flash and try and push in towards ladder room.
Yeah, I like Scott's spot, man. I hope somebody, you know, peeks up on that plank there when he's looking towards that on top of the bomb train. It's a pretty sick spot.
That'll be cruel. Yeah, actually, that'll be interesting. Gabi, I mean, he's just biding his time. It looks like NRG, they're not even really probing for information quite yet. 50 seconds left. It looks like they just kind of want to execute on this outer site.
Pete is in a very bad spot with the bomb, though. You never want your bomber there, like, solo with the op, you know, just because people could push T mid and maybe kill Fugly and ISO him out, but they are going towards outside via a ladder. Stewie behind the E-box.
That's a gift. Yeah, Skadoodle even bails him out. There he is on Bomb Train. And look at, it's so cool how Stewie's the one that's so close up to E-box, and with all the Deagles at range, while everyone's focused on Stewie, Skadoodle's able to get a kill with that Deagle. NRG's trying to claw back into this round, and they've done it. It's in a 2-on-2. They have the armor, they have the advantages. 2 Deagles to go against, and it looks like they're, I mean, both Nothing and Shroud are very, very similar in positioning, and there's the nice kill from him. Shroud peeks, misses the initial shots, but he does clean it up afterwards. And now down to a 1-on-1. Can Shroud finish this earlier, or is it going to be Peter playing on the bomb train, and he's going to try and find a new angle, and Shroud almost gets the flick, brings Peter down so low again. But NRG, they stay in it. 9 rounds for them. They're playing 15, so still 6 more rounds in a row they have to get to force overtime.
Yeah, when you're on that bomb train, it's so advantageous to the person that's actually peeking, especially when you get on the little rails on the side. I haven't played since the new raid update, but I'm wondering if Peeker's advantage is like just as strong as it's always been. Because especially like if you peek towards Z or anything and you're on that middle of it, you could jump on it, wide peek, and you go so fast and they only see your head. It's really difficult to stop. So Pete winning that 1v1, keeping them alive in this game. Another save by Cloud9.
It's going to let NRG just rack up those rounds. I don't know if Splice is going to be able to top it.
Yeah. My prediction not looking... but you're just assuming Splice loses.
All right.
What if they win a map?
Well, all right. Yeah, I mean, that's true. What if they win a map? Anything is... Sure. That was a little mean.
Yeah.
Anything's possible with Davey. And I do like Machine Gun. I want to see him wreck everyone. But Cloud9 playing this one pretty conservative with their money. So many rounds to play with, obviously. No reason for them to risk some kind of a force buy. So they saved the pistols 2 rounds in a row. And they've gotten AK into this round, which is going to be nice for them. Shroud's still pretty close up, see if he can get 1 more kill as they retreat. The question is he going to peek? He's inching out now, and he might be able to catch off Peter. There's the peek. Tags him once, but at that range, it's not too much danger. And is he going to go for more? He's down to 6 HP, but goes for the 1 deke, doesn't get it. That sucks.
Yeah, the main thing they wanted to do was just save that AK on Jordan there. So he's probably going to drop it to Shroud.
Ooh,
Shroud will probably drop...
Why not?
Yeah, Shroud will probably drop an op, I would think. Yep. Oh, so they're going to double op now. And they just need that 1 more round to close it out. NRG getting to double digits, and they're making it pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, it is starting to narrow, all things considered. I think it was, what, 15-6, 15-5 at one point? So
well, it was 10-5, and then Cloud9 won the first 3.
Okay.
NRG won the last 2,
So yeah, I mean, pretty decent job of NRG so far of keeping this comeback dream alive at the moment. They are, I mean, actually, you know, Tapson's relegated to a Galil, which isn't the worst thing in the world. He's got full utility as well, but obviously prefer that AK-47. The double op setup is what might surprise them because they haven't seen it yet this half.
And Shroud opping towards Ivy, I believe. Yep.
So is Skadoodle. They're both there.
Yeah, well, Ivy's been a point of, you know, conflict so far, so they really want to shut it down.
I mean, that's where Tapson got most of his kills.
And look where he's going.
Yeah, and this is pretty late in the round. That's kind of what's a little bit scary about it. Normally it's been a little bit quicker, but this late, we got to be very careful how you peek that because they have so many things they have to clear now, and this is all eating clock up. I mean, for them to go Ivy this late, they have to be so wary of anyone being pushed up. So many different angles they have to be wary of. So 42 seconds left on the clock now. Oh, that's a nice peek, but are they going to be ready for Skadoodle? The second op is here, and Pete's definitely not. He gets dropped. Nice shot from Skadoodle. He knows there's 1 more over towards Ivy. And he's just going to smoke it out, keep himself safe. Flashbang as well. There's automatic on the bomb trade with 1 kill, and Skadoodle is just waiting. Just biding his time, and the rest of his teammates are doing all the work, although Tapson, this is the next play, although Nothing's wise to it. He can't hit the shot, but he knows he's there. Now it's a 1-on-3. Tapson's got to play hero 1 more time. And he's got not the right timing for Stewie. So it is going to be the end of this match. Cloud9 takes it 16-10.
All right, so Splice needs to get
16 to win.
16 rounds to win. All right.
So they need to win one map.
Yeah, if they win one map, they got it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you think about that map? You guys are always asking me what I think.
Yeah.
What did you think, Moses?
I thought Cloud9. I think they're just the first half is just like the aggression. I mentioned it before we started train. I like the aggression on Cloud9 on train. I think this is one of their stronger maps, but I really like the way they do play it. To me, it feels very much like Virtus Pro with Stewie and Automatic, like so aggressive on that outer train area when you do those takes. I love that. I mean, I love how quickly they come through. One of the big trademarks of Virtus Pro on train is once the execute happens, how quickly they get to the bomb train. And Stewie and Automatic do the exact same thing, and I think that's super cool.
And unless you play it really, you have to dodge the flashes properly, and those underhand flashes, man.
And just the balls to go through the smokes, like you never know what's on the other side.
Yeah.
And they seem to win it consistently. So maybe it is some kind of coordinated flash where they say, make sure that these are flashed. But either way, we're going to see, enough of what we think. We're going to go see what T Squared and Ryu think. How'd that one go, boys? I think we squashed all the beef.
Is it finally?
I feel like the beef's
Can we have
squashed.
beef and squash at the same time, or is that not possible?
I'm sure there's a recipe out there on the cybernets.
Gotta be a little bit healthy at the same time. But we're talking about how that game was a lot closer than it actually seemed. I mean, if NRG's able to walk away with the pistol rounds, they definitely would have been able to make that, an overtime game or possibly take it.
Yeah, going 0-4 on the night. 0 pistol round wins for them. I don't think they won any ecos or anything after. They didn't. I actually don't think they bought up, which there's some teams will always force second round if they lose. Some teams won't. I don't think they did, but going 0-4 in the pistol rounds, 15-10 was the point up until that last round, and it seemed like Jordan had the one big round that was an eco round, so you swing that round in the other direction, it's even closer. They win one pistol, and they have a chance to come out with the win on that map. But even the pistol rounds themselves, they just seemed like they were just outmatched in terms of the raw firepower of Cloud9.
Another big round was round 7. Now C9 got off to a hot start, but NRG finally started to get some momentum here, and it started with God B.
Yeah, so the double op setup I think was a good change. God B on this round, I believe at inner ends up with a 3K, but it seemed like NRG made good adjustments. It's just they didn't necessarily have the firepower to overcome some of these like late round heroics that we would see. We know how good Stewie is, and in this round, Gabi does a great job of getting the first kill, staying alive, repositioning, gets the second kill, stays alive, and repositions. And now they have a 4v2 to play with. I think he ends up with another kill before the round is over. And it seemed like, okay, NRG, they might have a little bit of momentum here. They seem to have figured this out, and let's see if this double up setup works to get them enough rounds to have a chance. But just like on Cash, it's a 10-5 half to start, and it's just a little bit too much to overcome on the second half.
Yeah, and then on Cash, they weren't doing that well in the pistol rounds as well. Another big round was round 16, which was the pistol round. And we saw Stewie on Cash just sit behind the box, get a 4K, and then here, what was the strategy going for NRG Esports in that pistol round? It looked like they didn't have one.
It was super weird. They got out into the yard. They got really pushed up towards the bomb train. They actually got close to Z. And it wasn't like Cloud9. On Cash, we saw Stewie just like one bullet, 4 people. We saw a lot of bullets fired from C9 that weren't landing. I think it was maybe Automatic who was boosted at the top of the connector in Z and had several opportunities, missed like the first guy, killed the second, could have been killed or traded, and it was like they didn't know where he was here, this clip. So like they're literally just running, everybody's looking at the same thing. He doesn't get traded, he stays alive. So there's an opportunity for a kill there. Shroud, meanwhile, gets dropped down to very low HP at the start of the round, survives. Jordan just stays alive on top of the train. Like, it was just super weird. It was like no shots were connecting at all for NRG on that pistol round.
I noticed NRG a couple of times, even in Cash, where there was shots being fired and they wouldn't turn around and weren't utilized. Maybe that's just like, you think communication could be a little too hectic there and they're not actually listening to the steps and shots being fired?
It's certainly possible, yeah. I mean, it's I think Dave said it would be cool to be able to like listen into a team like NRG. I know it's so with a lot of the players being German, depending on who's alive, the language switches from English to German to just allow like a more natural communication between the players. So we're interested to hear that. But yeah, there were several times that all the players were looking at the same thing. That 1v2 that Jordan had, where they were on the inner bomb site. It didn't seem like Legia really knew what to watch. They knew that Jordan was outside, but he could have gone up ladder. So I don't know if he was hearing something, but just some of those rounds, if you lose a round like that against maybe Splice, who we're going to see in this next match, you can overcome that and you can still win those rounds and you can still win the match. But against Cloud9, if you make those mistakes and they can punish them, like the little opportunity that you're going to get to win a map like that just goes right out the window.
Yeah, there was a nothing sighting in round 21, and he just deflated the energy coming out for NRG, and this
I
is
like
it right
that.
here.
I like that.
So
Energy just gets deflated. Yeah, so this was interesting because Stewie goes up, pushes up close with the rifle, and you see Fugly swing super wide to get the kill, but gets immediately traded. And they actually worked themselves back into this round. This is 13-7. They had just won, I think, the first gun round, and then the second gun round. So they put Cloud9 in a really disadvantageous situation for their economy. They slow it down. Skadoodle gets this kill here on the connector guy, and now it's a 2v2. None of the remaining CTs have armor, but Jordan makes a really good read, gets to enter really quickly. And this is where I don't know if Legia, they knew that where he was and that he could have either come through Z or ladder. He couldn't be Z that fast, so I don't know. And then Legia just gets caught on the open. He didn't have a very good performance on that map overall. A couple opportunities for him to get kills where there was one in particular that Dave said he hates getting killed the way that Stewie got killed, where like you get a kill and then sometimes you try to fall back. Stewie never falls back. Like Stewie's just going to take every single fight he can get. And there, like Legia put like probably a 20 bullet spray at him, and he was point blank. Stewie was jumping with a shotgun, and Legia didn't kill him. Like those are kills that you have to have, and if you can kill Stewie, especially, it's a huge advantage as a 5v4 with Stewie's the lone dead player,
Yeah.
and it just didn't seem like they were clicking there.
Well, speaking of nothing, we got an interview with him, Jordan
Persons
Nothing
I would like
Gilbert.
to rock
How you doing, man? Oh, we got a couple
Oh, you
people in
guys
the
can hear
background.
me?
Hey, yeah, we can hear you. Hey, you
dude,
got your webcam
watch
installed.
your mouth there, Jordan.
What are you talking about?
We
What
heard
did I
that
say?
whole conversation you guys just had. We're all
Did it?
extremely offended.
I can't believe you guys just
No, I
said
said
that.
David smells.
No, I'm just kidding. We
We're
can't hear what
totally-
you guys are.
totally
We're
busting your
trolling
balls,
you,
Jordan.
man. We're trolling you. But yeah, I mean, I got a question. How much fun are you guys having this season? Because
Holy
obviously, you guys are having a great time in the game, but you guys obviously seem to be having a blast outside as well. What's the season been like for you guys?
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome. We obviously all get along out of game. It's funny because we have a lot of different personalities, and I think you see that whenever you take a deeper look at our team. Everyone's got different ties to competitiveness and different backgrounds of competition, but everyone seems to have fun even though we're different ages. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a fun time, especially when you're winning, right? So
Yeah.
So have you always been that good with the scout, or was that just like a miracle round for you? Look at the
I used to
instant
play some
smile right
Rocket
there. I
Arena
love
3
it.
on, some Quake or something, got me in the scout. I've never been like much of an opper because my hard pad play, like I randomly bid with an op, but with a scout it enables me to kind of move around and have that mobility. So I feel like there's a lot of players that are good with a scout, but yeah, as a rifler, it's much easier than an op.
So you guys obviously been playing just like everybody else, a ton of Counter-Strike. You guys had some added travel in there. You had some great performances at some offline events. You had the opportunity to get to ESL New York. Obviously, you have a huge lead over the rest of the division for this season. How are you going to stay focused and say like, okay, guys, we've been playing a lot. We're a little tired. I want to say jet lag just because I love to throw that one out there. And you guys have to win to be able to go to ESL New York. What are you doing to stay focused? What are you doing to say like avoid the burnout?
I mean, right now we're trying to focus as much on strategy than just simply like playing a lot, because within 20 minutes of playing CS or sitting down in a deathmatch, we're warmed up. So we're not too concerned about hitting our shots at the moment. We're concerned about other teams kind of getting a read on us, and we have a lot of explosive plays. So the key for us is to be able to stay explosive. So credits to like Stu and Tim are sitting down here a lot of nights. They're just trying to create little gimmicks and tricks, some of which we haven't used yet, some of which you might have seen. And I think that's been a key with us staying fresh, and that's what we need to do, because we're obviously going to get burnt out playing a lot. So it's not really, we don't necessarily need to play a lot right now. We just need to talk a lot and keep that synergy up, because I think that's what happened last summer with us, is we got kind of burnt out after a good run over summer. We played a lot of CS, and everyone's like, oh, excited, now C9 might win a major, but instead of turning that into strategic conversation and chats when we got home, we kind of just coasted a little, and so hopefully that doesn't happen this time. Seems like I think, like I said, a lot of credit to the young bloods on the team for staying hungry and getting us in a server every day and talking about stuff.
Awesome.
All right, Jordan, thank you so much for your time. Good luck qualifying for ESL 1, and good luck the rest of the time here in the Pro League. All right, guys, well, that's a wrap for C9 going up against NRG. I want to give a shout out to thescoreesports.com. Now's the time. Take out your phone, right? Take out your phone, man. I know you got it. Go ahead, give it a download. It's the best place for news and stats, iOS or Android. Well, uninstall it and then reinstall it, so they get more installations. But all right, guys, and we will have the second match. It's Splice taking on SK Gaming after this break. Don't go anywhere.